is enough, as they are going to be hovering around it.
Frost hanging around in the mid lane right now. Zuko also joining in. Panda trying to go in on Frost. That's not a very good idea to engage on the Sejuani though, with a passive and all. Probably the tankiest person in the game right now. Oh my, Emil just completely going in and exploding Davendry. Davendry just falls down, and it might be Drake priority for LionsCreed right now. Hextech, Drake going over to them. Frost trying to reset with the Rift Herald empowered back, but just cancelled, and everyone walks away happy.
Emil coming up clutch with that engage, making sure to get the CC off, and then Panda just with the amount of damage with the Trinity Force, able to pick up the kill. And that's the issue with Rakan. You are very slippery, but if you get locked up just for a few seconds, you will just get bursted out. And that's exactly what we saw there. Now the gold lead is only 4k over to LionsCreed, still as close as it can be, as Emil's in a bit of danger here.
Davendry going in, and Emil wasted everything. So he has to fall down to Frost. Panda tries to save him. TP coming down from Zuix. Zuix trying not to let the kill go in vain, but there's nothing he can do as Anima walk away with their lives intact.
Yeah, using the Rift Herald in the mid lane as well. And the only reason that play worked is because the flash was expended in the Drake fight before. But I think they're looking for more.
Rift Herald falling down after a usage from Frost. Just a skirmish going on in the mid lane. We are A-ramming now, guys. A-ram only. Everyone come down to the mid lane.
Yeah, going down to the mid lane. Rift Herald isn't actually going to be able to get any tower plates, meaning that's a big loss as they aren't able to get some more gold into their pockets. And as we see where the gold has been, it's right into both junglers. But of course you want it over towards Panda compared to Frost and that Sejuani. While in the bot lane as well, it has just been an absolute farm fest. These ADCs haven't really been able to do much, which means they have just been able to farm. So as the later this game goes, the closer we get to those two items, I feel like the game's going to be focusing around them.
Zathos, I want you to tell me, well, this game, we sort of expected both teams to be leveled, right? LionsCreed not on a good run, Anima not on a good run. This game is so dead even right now that it seems like both teams are just fighting for survival in this league. They're both trying to get... Actually, let's pause that. Never mind. Zethix just flashed away. Yeah, so just break this down for me, what it means for these teams to win today. Like, if LionsCreed win, where would they be? If Anima win, where would they be?
LionsCreed's main achievement is to try and get themselves into the top 6. And for that, you need to get about half wins, half losses. And at the point now, they will not be making it. They are on the 2-6 record. And Anima, being one of the lowest teams, this is probably the easiest team you are going to be able to be. And they're having struggles here, so I'm concerned for the future. But they need to start their winning ways yet again. On the opposite side of Anima, only getting themselves a single win in the whole entire split so far. They got to make a change now. Otherwise, I don't see a future for them in NLC Division 2 for next year.
Very, very sad if they get relegated from Division 2, to be honest, because obviously the LionsCreed organization as a whole, very lovely guys. They're trying to stay in. Obviously not having the greatest start to Division 2 right now, but I'm sure like 1 win, 2 wins, momentum is all that's needed to climb the leagues. We see it with sports all the time, like football. When teams are down in the slumps, all it takes is that 1 victory to get the team's morale back up, and just the momentum of wins just spikes up.
Yeah, Rift Herald is up, and it's looking like both teams want to fight for this. Panda is the one to watch. If they're able to one-shot on the side of Anima, they will win this fight. But they're just waiting for their course, as Panda does still have the flash up and available.
Emil going so aggressive in this game. Every time he has his E up, he just goes in. He doesn't care. Like, for him, he's got his ult. Panda being engaged on, uses Viego's ultimate to escape, going around. So far, we're just seeing engages left and right. Meanwhile, Emil TP'd with a flank, with a massive engage to root on the 5 Anima guys. Meanwhile, Zaya, aka Relentless, picks up a kill. This is a complete fiesta. Double kill for Relentless. Meanwhile, Spike running away with his life, but Binzi won't let him escape. Emil tried his hardest to do a 3-man, 4-man engage. He is trying to walk away, but Frost won't let him go. Flashes on him. Knock up missed by Doventry, but Emil will fall anyway. Surely, right? Like, cast a curse and all that. Oh my god, he's just cast a curse me. Would you look at that?
Now, he's wasting so much time, which means maybe they don't want to do the Rift Herald after this, as the kill will finally be taken up by Capstock. And it looked like a great engage, getting a 4-man ultimate, but we talked about how Panda has all the damage, all the gold that LionsCreed has, and he was nowhere in sight. He had to use his Heartbreaker beforehand, and then he tries to walk in, but it's just too little too late. As his team is going to be taken out, there was a 3 for 1?
I think it was about... I don't think anyone fell on the side of Anima.
Well, we're going to have to see, as we do have Dragon being spawned on the side of Anima, as you see below us. Oh, Foods, wonderful sponsor of LionsCreed. Food, absolutely incredible as always. Same with HyperX. I actually use some of their stuff as well. But Dragon should be easy and free from the side of Anima because they won the last fight. 3k, 2k, and it is going to be taken.
Can I just say, I love food.
Same, to be honest.
I just wanted to say that. I'm sorry, I know I threw you off a little bit there. Meanwhile, Emil trying to juke Frost. Tries to root him as well, but Frost still has his passive, so it's all good. They're just, you know...
Well, now that the map has actually opened up a little bit, LionsCreed can start looking and trying to find those picks that the team is really built for when you have the Lysandra. They are going to be placing the Rift Herald in the mid lane. Finzay is maybe looking for something from behind. Instead, they are just going to give up
This
the
is
tower.
going to be the first star of the game, you know? There we go. That's the first star of the game going over to LionsCreed.
Yeah, but take a look at Sejuani. Hovering around, does have the ultimate to try and find something, but instead is just going to pivot around. A little bit more gold into the pockets of LionsCreed, making the gold lead only 1k as everything in the mid lane is happening. Topside, able to pick up a little bit of tower damage, as Zerix kind of feels like he's behind the pack on damage.
Azathos, I just want to say, like, how much of a contrast is this from the previous NLC game you were casting? I mean, that game was such a one-sided stomp. This game is just even, so even. There's not that much of a gold difference going through. It's about, what, 8? Well, now it's a bit more. It's 1.6k, but that's still kind of, you know, not that much of a lead.
Well, when you cast with Venom Crest, of course it's going to be an absolute stomp, as we can see quite a bit of vision on the side of Anima in towards this Drake, making sure they are prepared for the dragon in 3 minutes. But no, this was the reason they were able to pick up the last dragon. We do see Baron spawn in the next 40 seconds, not expecting anyone to be able to do that straight away, as Zerf in this bot lane is trying to just push out this wave, and it's really just a game of trying to get these outer towers, get as much gold as possible before the next big team fight.
Right, now that we finally have a moment to breathe, we can break down the gold differences and analyze, you know, what the differences are. I'm not sure if we can pull up the gold differences. I know the observers is in a bit of a delay right now. But as Drake is going to be coming up in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Baron is also coming up right now, actually. It's going to be interesting to see, like, what team gets a priority for Dragon and who is going to secure it.
More importantly, we should be looking at the power spikes that both teams are going to have for the next dragon. Because if the side of Anima are able to pick this up, this will put themselves onto Soul Point, as they are going to be looking for a little bit more gold, like I talked about before, trying to get this bot tower. But Zerath having so much range, able just to get the wave out, save the tower from the damage. As we look at the items, we do see both AD carries finishing off their first 2 items, going to be super powerful. While Panda going for his reset, ready for this Drake, should hopefully be able to pick up that second item, which is going to be absolutely clutch for it. As Panda finally does notice the wards that have been here for so long, but does not notice the 2 in the bush.
Can I just say that it's only in NLC that we see Capstock rocking Zerath, isn't it? Like, if we go watch MSI, if we go watch LEC, we're not going to see Zerath anywhere else, and I love it. I love the Zerath pick.
The only time we've actually been able to see the Zerf was one time by Fnatic in the LEC a couple weeks ago. Was able to get a win and looked, what I have to say, very strong in the current meta that it's in. As top lane, a little bit of a brawl going on, Vinze versus Zurix. Seems like Zurix has been able to stabilize this lane, make sure that it doesn't go worse than what it is, as Dragon is going to be up in a minute as Anima's getting a vision around this bound.
Spike just clearing the mid lane. Relentless doing the same. We're gonna see a lot of mid lane pressure at the moment because obviously we have Dragon coming up in a minute and we have Baron up right now. We have Anima with 2 dragons, which is a Cloud Dragon and an Ocean Dragon, and we have Lionscreed with a Hextech Dragon. Obviously, Anima are way closer to the soul point, but will we actually see a soul in this game? I'm not very certain. It's so even right now that I actually don't even know who can secure this dragon, because if one team starts dragon, the other can start Baron and vice versa, isn't it?
Well, I don't think they have enough damage to try and burst through this Baron as the other one takes Dragon. As we do actually see pings coming out towards the Baron, so you could actually be correct. But the vision of the Skull Crab is going to be able to spot them out. Anima has complete control over this Dragon. Pings will be coming out towards this mid lane. Spike does need to be careful. Frost does have the ultimate for this. Take a look at Spike and Panda. That's the way LionsCreed is going to be able to win this.
Emil looking to go in as he always does. He's looking for it. And he tries to go for Vinzi, but he flashes away. TP coming down from Zewix, tries to pull Frost into him, but that does not work. Frost was already too far away. I mean, LionsCreed are actually...
towards the Baron.
Wait, there's no way. They're starting the Baron right now.
I think they're trying to look for this fight. Emil's in the back line.
Capstock threading very dangerously close to Emil here. Emil always looking for the flank, isn't he? He's always on the
Emil
flank.
actually still hasn't been spotted. He's in a great position, especially with Zuko having the flash up. They could have a great engage, but they need to do it soon. Otherwise, this dragon is just going to be taken by Anima, as Zaya is going to be trying to take it.
Meanwhile, Relentless in the bot lane, going for the Cloud Dragon, but Emil does not care as he takes down Vinzi. Vinzi falls down. We know Emil bursted his flash not so long ago, and they punished him for it. Now Baron is being started, Dragon goes to Anima, but they're in a very, very big risk of losing the Baron right now.
They're giving it up.
Yeah,
they're completely giving up Baron. This is because Zaya is nowhere near in sight. Instead, trying to look for this mid lane.
Zuko
is behind.
He wants it. He wants it. Mounting his horse, but they just run away and concede. They don't get a tower. They lose the Baron, and Relentless trades with the bot tower right now.
Yeah, great play coming out from LionsCreed, understanding that they are fine giving up this dragon if they're able to pick up Baron, but most importantly, what are they going to do with it now? Because they do have themselves just as close in this game. They have a lot of standing gold. They still have top side, still have bot side. Love to see a 4-1 coming out. Have set in one of these side lanes. You're trying to push it out, allowing the Baron minions to do their job. And on the top side, have the rest of your team, have LionsCreed push up your wards, push up your vision, and finally allowed your Kai'Sa to start taking out these towers.
This might be... Oh my god, I'm just gonna hold my thought. Never mind. This might be the last time we see Kai'Sa AP with static shift, you know? Like, patch 14.15 looming around the corner, and they've announced... Froclozon? I forget the writer's name. He's pretty much announced that Kai'Sa AP is going to be getting massive nerfs, so it's going to be interesting if she's still going to be a top-tier ADC.
Well, Kai'Sa will probably still be a top-tier ADC, but this will allow a few different AD characters to be coming up. I've been hearing a few things about maybe Callista, or maybe something like the Ashe becoming a lot more high of a priority. But Emil in this top lane trying to allow the minions to do their work, but Frost and Dovin are trying to stop this from happening.
Indeed, Panda's just lurking in the shadows. Frost kind of knows where he is. He is using his invisibility shroud right now. They don't know where the Viego is. They know Emil is there, but they don't know where anyone else is on the map for LionsCreed.
They just need to try and hold this tower as much as possible in Anima. They only have a minute left on this ban. They have only been able to get one tower. Finally, the wave in mid lane is going to be getting pushed out. Minions doing quite a good job at pushing this out. But Anima not losing too much of the Baron so far.
Can I just say, I didn't expect LionsCreed to take control of this game this easily.
I wouldn't say it was easily done because Anima have put up a valiant effort. Still 2-0 on the Kai'Sa, 2-0-5 onto the Sejuani. So if they aren't too careful on the side of LionsCreed, Anima do have ways back into this, especially when they do have 4 Drakes.
That's the mid outer turret gone. Meanwhile, Frost does not let that one go. Capstock is ulting, and so is Vinzi. Vinzi charging down. They want blood for their tower, but can they secure it? Everyone falling so low right now. Flash is being burned. That's Rel gone. Zuko gone. That's Emil gone. Oh my god, I think Anima's about to wipe out Lion's Crest. Spike is in big trouble right now. He has nowhere to go. Vinci on top of him. And that's a shutdown going over to Vinci.
Anima coming back with a huge fight, being able to pick up so many shutdowns. And more importantly, the Baron is only left on a one member. Dragon will be up in 1 minute 40, and this is what they have to set their eyes on. If they're able to get this, getting themselves Ocean Soul, it's kind of going to be difficult for LionsCreed to come back from that. So it's going to be the biggest fight of the game.
This game is unpredictable. I mean, you could flip a coin 3 times and you still wouldn't predict who the winner is going to be.
Yeah, a big wave actually getting crashing into this mid lane. Getting